All right. Before I start this, just wanted to add in one other thing. I understand that this Sunday night, that's the 29th, right? We will have MPA will have a broadcast of the winners from the fall contest. So you'll have to wait till then to see what's going on. But we had around 900 submissions, I think, total, which is really good. And 52 of them came from the club here. So we were one of the more participatory clubs in the organization. So that's congratulations to you all for that. So let's cross your fingers and see what that looks like on Sunday night. And you can get into the Zoom, I think, fairly easily. I think we'll get the information out to you. So now you may remember, if you take a walk back in time with me to last spring, we tortured one of our judges with the worst of all topics we've ever had, which was looks like a painting. Oh, yeah. You know, it lives in infamy. And that judge was Vincent Ferrari. And Vincent is with us again tonight. He was, I have to say, after having put up with us that evening, and it was a tough one to judge. I never, ever would want to judge that myself. So Vincent decided he would come back again. And I think this might be worse because we have flowers. And looking at what's there, I have no idea what you're going to do. So our apologies. At the same time, thank you. Now, he's Vincent's very well known to us. He's a very active member of the Bowie Crofton Camera Club down in Bowie, and many of us have known him over the years. He's got his work, and I just took a few minutes today to look at some of the stuff he has online. It's just amazing. He has it on Instagram. He has a Facebook account. He has his own website, vincentferrari.photodeck.com, and get a chance and look at that because we can learn from all of our judges in many ways. He's an award-winning photographer whose work has been displayed in numerous locations around Maryland and in nationally juried exhibitions at galleries around the country. His subjects usually include landscapes, nature, and people. He has a really challenging job tonight, and I hope you'll be patient with him. He did such a nice job the last time of getting up, pointing to things in the picture, helping us think through how to make it better. And I know he's all prepared to do that again. So you have your high-heeled sneakers on tonight, and you're ready for that, Vincent? Sure. Okay. All right, let's, without any further ado, let's take a look. Bob, we're going to do monochromes next. And so the novice monochrome. Novice color. Yeah, novice color. So we'll do the novice monochrome and the unlimited monochrome first, and then we'll move to color. Okay? So, Bob, my count earlier was about 17 novice monochromes. Does that match yours?
Yeah, about 16.
16, okay. That means we're going to have 2 honorable mentions, plus first through fourth. Okay, and I'm done with this. I'm going to hand that over to you, I think.
All right, thank you.
Do you have anything else to add, by the way? Do you want to defend yourself before you...
Nothing else to add, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Novice monochrome, 16 images. Patterson Park flowers. Stars amongst the leaves. Space ambia. Mountain laurel cascade. Stars. The Visitor. Magnolia. Frozen pansy. Frozen pansy. Pink lotus. I wish I was an iris. Multiple exposure flower. Swan Farms. Rhododendron bud. Twilight tulip. Wall decor. Fluff ball. There we are. We'll pass them through again. There we go, right.
Okay, sure. Okay, so first let me say that just the act of photographing flowers in black and white is a challenge in and of itself because you're giving up all of those colors. So, you know, kudos for that, for everyone. Okay, this one, to me, doesn't really stand out terribly from, the plant doesn't stand out terribly well from the background, even though the background is a little blurred because of the tone. And also this area here seems a bit blown out. So I think I'm going to take this one out. It's a nice arrangement of the 4 flowers against the leaves in the background. Normally, you kind of want to see a more blurred background, but this works for me anyway because the background is dark enough that it doesn't take away from the flowers. So the top flower is a little close to the edge, I think, but we'll keep this in for now. Okay, I'll try.
The mic is for online, it doesn't.
I understand, thank you, okay.
Thank you.
It's nice idea. I think the top edge is a little bit soft. It's not, you've got nice focus in the front here, but not so much back here. I like the idea of the white flower against the black background, but I think we're going to take this out. Did you hear me okay? Yeah. Okay. Again, the plant does stand out from the background, but the blooms, the flowers themselves are kind of small compared to the overall image. You might have wanted to consider getting in closer to those blooms and blurring out the background a little bit. So I will take this one out.
Check the orientation, please.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't think that's the same way it was when I saw it the first time. Okay. I like this. All three blooms are nicely focused. 3 is always a good number to have. Even though the 1 is covered up by the larger one, I think that is kind of a nice effect. I think it's well done. We'll keep that in. It's always great to get a bee on a flower. But this one, to me, just doesn't stand out because the petals on the flower just kind of have a dull look to them with the black spots and everything on them. Also, it's a little close to the edge at the top here. So I'm going to take this one out. This is nicely done. It's sharp where it needs to be. And the petals look nice and soft, not necessarily as in focus as the center of the flower, but that's okay because your attention is drawn to the center, and the background doesn't compete with it. So we'll keep this in. This is an interesting idea, the flower in ice. Might have cropped down the top a little bit because you just kind of have some unnecessary blank space at the top there. And you might have tried to kind of, I know it's part of the ice, but for some reason this little scratch here kind of takes my attention away. But I like this. I like the idea of this. We'll keep it in for now. It's very well done. The brightest part of the photo is right where you want it to be, right there in the center. It's nicely focused. The background is good. We'll keep that in. Okay. It's a well-done image. Not sure what else to say. It's it's definitely unusual, an unusual kind of flower image, which is a good thing. And like I say, it's well done, nice black background. We'll keep that in. This is kind of a fun idea with the petals out of focus. The center is sharp enough. It's almost like the flower was shaking, but of course it wasn't because the center's nice and sharp. So anyway, we'll keep that in. I like this, but to me the problem is this flower in the background that's out of focus is also kind of bright, and it's taking my eye away from the subject, which is the flower in the foreground. Every time I look at it, my eye wants to go here instead of here. So I'm going to take this one out. Very nicely done. One thing that bothers me a little bit is this tiny little, I'm not even sure what it is, right here. Maybe you could have taken that out, but otherwise it's really well done. We'll keep that in. Petals all around. You get a nice feeling for how soft they are when you look at it. We'll keep that in. It's another one that's well done. I think maybe you could have given it a little bit more space around the sides, top and bottom anyway. But it's not really a big problem. We'll keep that in.
How many do we have left, do you think? Too many to lay out?
I'll have a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. I guess maybe we'll pass them through again.
We need to get down to
6, yeah.
Right, 6, yeah.
It's going to be tough. And this is only novice. Okay. Keep that in. Keep that in. Guess we'll have to take that one out. And I guess we'll take that one out too. It's very good, very nice. We'll keep that one in. Keep that one in. I'm going to take this one out only because both right and left side of the image, the petals come really close to the edge. I think they need a little bit more room, so we'll take that one out. This is a really good idea, but I think I'm going to take this one out too. And we'll keep that in. And we'll keep that in. I still think I have too many, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, we'll keep that in also.
Ram out.
Oh, okay, I've got 7.
Oh, right.
All right, let's see.
Some no less formidable when they're all laid out here, geez.
You only have to remove one
Yes.
and rank in place.
Spend most of my time alone anyway.
All right, I think I'm going to take this one out. And, all right. I'm going to make this one first.
Sometimes I don't exchange here.
I think I'm going to make this one second. Third. I'll go with this for 4. And these two will be
Need a 4 second. At each end. Okay, tonight's monochrome prints.
Did you want the microphone? Well, okay.
Monique Couturet? Well, Monique anyway, multiple exposure. She's not with us tonight.
What is it? What's the award?
She's going to borrow the microphone.
Honorable mention,
Sure.
multiple exposure. Honorable mention, I wish I was an iris, Debbie Wolf.
Do you want to tell us about it, Debbie?
It's an iris in black and white.
Can't argue with that.
Good job.
J.C. Williams on fourth place, stars.
That was taken a couple of days ago at Kinder Farm Park. I didn't even know the name of the flowers. The reason I call it stars instead of flowers. They look like black-eyed Susan, but they're not. So, but I had to get some pictures for tonight, so I went out there and took my chance. Thank you.
Third place, J.C. Williams, fluff ball.
That was also taken at Kinder Farm Park. If you go out to the gardens out there where the people garden, it's just a lady that she has a flower garden out there, and they're all dying out right now. But I normally go out there because we had a garden out there, and I know where they are. So this one flower was still nice and bright and pretty, and I have a color copy of it also, but I turned it black and white and kind of, well, I like both of them, but I had to show black and white. So Kinder Farm Park again.
Mm-hmm. Second place, Diane Vatcher, Stars Among the Leaves.
Thank you. This was shot at the Botanical Garden, and it is straight out of the camera. I didn't do any retouching.
First place, Wall Decor, J.C. Williams.
Believe it or not, that was not taken at Kinder Farm Park. I think that picture is about a year old, I think, and I actually took that picture in the house, outside. Went to the store and bought the flowers for that one right there. I think, I'm not 100%, wait, did I? I'm not for sure, but it's not recent, it's at least a year old, okay?
Right. Okay.
So we have a trifecta.
Now, I think JC gets a
Unlimited next time.
JC gets a tricolor ribbon for that this evening. And since some of the novices haven't participated before, remember, next month is open. So if you got some suggestions from Vincent's analysis here that you want to go back and retry and bring it back in next month, that'll be competing with different images, but that might be in a better position. So don't give up on it at this point.
32.
Okay, Bob, what are we looking at this time?
Unlimited Mono, 32.
32, and it gives us
3 honorable mentions.
3 honorable mentions and first through fourth, and that's all yours.
Okay.
Rose. Rose. Nuevo Lotus. Prickly Brom Dyad. Brom Dyad. Dahlia or Dahlia. Looking to the heavens. Lupins. African daisy. Vase swirl. Left to history. Hibiscus. Dogwood on bark. Pitcher plant. Fuchsia. My lotus. Plumes of grass. Tilt-a-whirl. Rosy star. Lily. Calla lily. Oops. Half past midnight. Embracing in the rain. Bliss. Reaching for the sky. Past their prime. Water lily in pond. White blossom. Lotus. Birth of a sunflower. Daisy chorus. Elegant beauty. flowers galore. Okay.
All right. A lot of wonderful images here.
I'm gonna try to flip them over, because I got my hands on it. Catch whatever falls.
There we go. Excellent. Oops.
Okay. It's a nice image of a rose maybe a little bit past its prime. But it's well done. Maybe a little bit hot here, but not so bad that you can't still see some detail. We'll keep that in. It's a nice job with the water droplets. Whether they were there naturally or not, it doesn't matter. And I guess it looks like it's on top of a toadstool or something. Anyway, nicely done, nicely in focus. And no interference from the nice black background. We'll keep that in. It's very sharp. I don't know, maybe even a little bit too sharp, because I can see some like white edges around the flowers that I'm not sure if that's just an effect from sharpening or what. I mean, otherwise it's nicely done. It's a little tight in the frame, though. We'll take this one out. Okay. I like this. It's a lot of blank space in the upper left, but it's still, I see what you were trying to do, putting the flower in the lower right portion of the image. Anyway, it's nicely lit. Maybe a few hot spots though up here. We'll keep that in for now. It's very nice. The way the lighting falls on it sort of gives an effect of shooting light from the center of the plant almost. It's very nicely done. It does come close to the edges of the frame, but by the time you get out there, it's a lot darker, so it doesn't really bother me so much. But yeah, I think this is real nice. We'll keep that in. Okay, well, again, it's really close to the edge, and in fact, this petal down here doesn't quite make it all the way into the frame. But otherwise, it's nicely photographed, nicely lit, nicely focused. And I like the way that the whole plant is just a little bit off center. We'll keep it in for now. I like lupins. It just seems strange seeing them in black and white. What bothers me about this image, though, is even though the background's out of focus, my eye's drawn to it because it's, sort of a striking background with the rock formation and all. So my attention is taken away from the flowers and sent back here. So I'm going to take this one out. It's very nicely done. The lighting falls on the main subject, which is this flower right here. The others are supporting it well. They're still in focus, and the trio of blooms looks really nice together. So we'll keep that in. Okay, well, I guess there's a plan here. I can see what you're trying to do, but we've really got a hot spot right here. And this might work better in like an abstract competition, something like that. But for this competition tonight, I think I'm going to take it out. This one sort of tells a story. I like the tone you gave to the background. And just a little bit of shadow here looks nice too. And everything in the bouquet is nicely focused. Maybe a little bit bright right in through here, but otherwise it's very nice. We'll keep that in. It's a nice idea, shooting the bottom of the flower like this. I like these little leaflets or whatever they are here sticking out at the bottom. It does bother me a bit that this area is so hot. I know that's hard to kind of get the right balance. Everything's dark down here. But I think I'm going to take this one out. It's a nice little collection of flowers. The background could be a little darker maybe. What's bothering me about it is this lower left corner right here. There's this, it's light and then there's a dark area. And I don't know what that was or what caused it, but I think you might have just cloned that out, make it match make it match the rest of this brighter area, because I think it detracts from the photo. So we're going to take this one out. It's a nice idea, capturing it with the water inside of the two plants. And a little bit of a reflection. Again, it's a little tight around the edges. And a few hot spots here and there too. So I'm going to take this one out. I think this is really nice. Just these nice white flowers hanging from the dark area above. It's just really pretty, really well done. The lighting's good, the focus is good, everything. I like this. We'll keep that in. Okay, looks like we got a little bug in this one too. Again, I think we have some overexposed areas here and here. In the background, I know there's other plants, other flowers back there, but I think that could be a little darker up at the top, or even cropped down. So we're going to take this one out. This is nice. This is not the kind of thing you think of when you think of a flower competition, but they certainly are flowers. And so I congratulate the maker on doing something different. And it's well done. I really like it. I like the gray background and the way the flowers stand out against it. It's very nice. We'll keep that in. So very well done image. I wish the background was a little bit darker, but we'll keep that in. It's another one that tells a story. Just a nice image, nice, thoughtful image that evokes some thought when you look at it. Why this plant, why this flower was discarded. We'll keep that in. It's nicely done. Might have wanted to crop it down a little bit at the top, not too much. But it's very nice. Nicely seen, nice and sharp. We'll keep that in. I think the overall image is just a little too soft. I think the petals here needs to be sharper. This is even could be a little sharper, I think. So we'll take that out. It's nicely done. Again, something you don't usually think of when you think of flowers. Something past its prime. But it's very nicely made photograph. We'll keep that in. It's, again, very well done. The only thing I can think of is you might wanted to crop it a little bit on the right and maybe even a little bit on the left. But otherwise, it's very nice. We'll keep that in. Yeah, and this one, the background sort of bothers me a little bit. Up here, your attention's kind of drawn to this, but even moreover is the shadow on the bottom. I just don't really want to see that shadow when I look at this. You might have cropped off about almost the bottom third and eliminated most of that, and then maybe made the area around it a little darker so that it didn't even appear as a shadow, but just as part of a dark background. So anyway, we'll take that out. Well, it's interesting. Oh, there it goes. This, I guess this is the vessel that the plant is in. I'm not sure what that is, but it just doesn't really work for me. The plant itself is nicely done, except for maybe this little bit right here, because it's such a different color than the rest of it. But I'm just not crazy about this. We'll take that one out. These hanging blooms down here, excuse me, are nice. They could be a little sharper. And you might want to consider cropping the bottom section, maybe an inch or an inch and a half or so, and making the background a little bit darker. So I'm going to take this one out. It's a nice image of the flower in its natural habitat. And I think we could have made it, I think we could have done without most of what's at the top of the image. And maybe even cropped it on this side here too. Sort of, and put the flower in the upper right and still included this down here. So I'm going to take this one out. This guy looks like he's getting ready to fight. This is very nicely done. Maybe a little bit too much exposure down here, but it's a nice effect. We'll keep that in. Okay. I didn't even see until I got closer. There's a little insect right there. It's a nice job. I think you could have cut some of the top off. I don't think you need all this up here. But otherwise, it's very nice. We'll keep that in. Definitely interesting. I think this little piece right here is not sharp, even though everything else is, but that bothers me a little bit. Well, we'll keep it in for now. Since this flower right here seems to be so close to the other ones, I want to see it sharper. I know it's further back, and so it's a little out of focus. But I would like to see this one sharper. The other ones don't bother me, although this one here, since it's so close to the edge, you might have considered just eliminating that one. We'll take this one out. It's very well done. Keep that in. It's a nice field of flowers, but I think the background up here is kind of competing with it. This bench or whatever it is, and the uneven slope of the lawn. This might work better actually as a color image that rather than black and white, but we're going to take this one out. And I've got about 1,000 too many, I know.
No, 999.
I think you might want to run them through again.
Definitely,
That's the best way.
yeah, definitely. How many awards again?
Over 7.
7, yeah. Okay.
1 through 4 and 3 honorees.
Right. Okay.
We can run it through a second time if we need to. so
Sure,
no
sure.
problem.
All right, I'll keep this in for now. In. I guess we'll take this one out. That's in. We'll take that out. Okay, keep it in for now. Keep that in. Keep that in. Yeah, keep that in too. All right. Only because I think the background is competing with this a little bit too much, I'm going to take this one out. I'll keep that in. Okay, we'll take that out. Keep that in. I'm going to take that one out. Keep that in. Keep that in.
Is that the right orientation?
Yeah, okay. We'll take that one out. And we'll keep that in. Do you know how many we have?
Bunch?
Yes, I know.
Want to lay them out? Or, I think there's probably 10 there.
It might be enough to.
Yeah, I'll try.
I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm not very good at gambling. So.
We're not playing poker tonight, so.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Close.
Both doesn't count.
Just 3 more to eliminate. Five, six, 7 more, no, 2 more, yeah. One more.
They're all too good. I hate to do it, but
Okay, that's a 7.
yep.
Now you got to rank them. No, this is, wait a minute. This ain't, right.
That's what I mentioned.
Right.
What was the name of the whole also?
Lotus. Which?
3 ribbons for honorable mentions, including one of the 3 I guess for you.
I've seen it both ways. Probably. Yeah. Okay. Monochrome, honorable mention, Louis Sapienza, Rose.
I don't remember exactly how I did that, but I'm pretty sure it was on a white box. And the thing that's sitting on it, I don't remember what that is, to be honest with you. But I liked it a lot, and then my afterthought was to shoot some spray on it. And so it turned out pretty well, I think.
Mm-hmm. Honorable mention, Plumes of Grass, Jackie Colstock.
This was taken at the outside of the Corning Glassworks Museum in Corning, New York. It was a very gray, low-light day, and actually the wind was blowing when that was taken, so it was fun trying to capture them without getting them all blurry, because they did not want to stop moving.
Nice job.
Honorable mention, Lotus, Kathy Hochul.
That's Kenilworth this summer.
Fourth place, White Blossom, Louis Sapienza.
I'm pretty sure that that was just taken from a bouquet or something. I don't remember exactly how I did that. However, what struck me was the how sharp I got the middle of the flower, so I figured I would emphasize that. And I think everything else is kind of lightened everything else up to bring the center out.
Third place, left to history, Christine Milliker.
This is what's left of my wedding bouquet that I dried out and saved, and we photographed it in a light box.
Great. Second place, Dahlia, Kathy Hochul.
I took that at Mount Hood just this past week. It was dahlia. It was amazing. All the dahlias were still in full bloom, even at that elevation. So I'm going to hold on to it.
First place, fuchsia, Kathy Hawkle.
And that was in Oregon this week also, just some light pink fuchsia, which I'd never seen before. Usually fuchsia, in my experience, are two-toned, but they were all light pink, and they were just right outside our hotel room. And I have to thank this judge. It's the first time I've ever had a trifecta.
All right, let's take a breather. I guess we got one more round of color next, right? Bob, what's your count?
This one is novice color and 20 novice color.
Okay, so that gives us 1 through 4 and 2. Okay.
Right. Okay. Frozen purple pansy 2. Portland bouquet. Spur of the Monet. Aerosol Garden. Bot Garden. Beauty at the Core. Frozen purple pansy. Geraniums. Unfolding Beauty. Glow. Portland Rose. Wild Carrot Flower. Orange Flower. Summer Lily. Table for One. Wild and Bold. Purple Daydream. Rose mallow. Blowing in the wind. Easter lily. Pink flower trio macro. A closer view. Birth. Here we are.
Okay, the idea of the photographing the flowers in ice is a nice one. Unfortunately, I think some of the ice kind of gets in the way. This one streak here, yeah, this one streak here, I think takes away from the image enough that I'm going to have to take it out. It's very colorful. One or two spots that might be a bit overexposed, like here, well, mainly here. And it's a little close to the edge of the frame. And I'm not sure, but I think the colors might have been oversaturated a little bit. So I'm going to take this one out. It's a well done image of the flower. I think we could have cut off about the top quarter of the image. I'm not sure. I think my battery's going on this pointer. Anyway, yeah. I think we could have cut it off about there, particularly because of this area here. But otherwise, it's very nicely done. We'll keep it in for now. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, this it's a nice capture, but I think the subject, even though there's a flower in the image, I think the subject is more the man and not the flower. So keeping with the theme of tonight's contest, I think I'm going to have to take this out. I think we might have oversaturated this one a little bit too. The yellows just look a little bit too yellow to me. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm going to take this one out. It's nicely done. Gets you right into the center. Everything's nicely in focus. It's nicely lit. We'll keep that in. See, this one, I think it's just hard to see the flower through the ice. It's a great idea, but I think it just needs to be worked on a little more. Not sure what to tell you to do, because I've never tried photographing flowers in ice myself. But I just don't think it's going to make it for this competition, so we'll take this one out. It's a nice capture of the flowers in the window box. I think we could have cut down, again, cropped down about a quarter of the way from the top to emphasize more of the flowers. We don't need to see that much of the window. So I'm going to take this one out. It's very well done. Nice lighting, everything. I know I've been talking about getting too close to the edge. This one you might have gotten a little bit closer. You might have a little bit too much space around it, but it doesn't really bother me. We'll keep that in. Certainly an unusual effect. I think I would have liked to have seen more of the center if you had maybe got in from a different angle so that this petal here wouldn't have been in the way so much. But it's certainly a nice effort. I think, go back and try it again. We'll take this out. This might be a little oversaturated too, but we'll keep that in for now. This is nice. My only suggestion would be these two little white ones on top that are out of focus. You might have just popped them out, just cloned them out altogether, because they're a little bit distracting. But otherwise, this is very nicely done. We'll keep that in. It's an interesting effect that you use, and it works for the flower. The thing that bothers me is this one leaf right here is almost in front of the flower. And so it's distracting me from the subject. Well, this is a little bit too bright up here too in the upper right. So we'll take that out. It's a nice job. Nice sharp focus in the center of the flower. It's a little close to the edge. Well, it's very close to the edge at the top and somewhat at the bottom as well, but we'll keep that in. That's very well done. The only thing that bothers me a little bit is that the stem maybe could have been sharper, but it's not important because that's not the focus of the photograph. The petals and the insect are what you want to look at, and they look great. And the background is great. We'll keep that in. It's an interesting idea, just having the other flowers dark. And you might have considered not having this one so close to the center. Maybe arranged them a little bit differently, but it's a nice idea. We'll keep that in. It's well done. Mostly my eye does go to the center where it's supposed to go. There's a little bit of light area down here and down here that takes my eye away from it somewhat, but not too much. We'll keep that in. These green bulbs here seem to me a little bit oversaturated. And I wish the background had been a little bit darker or more blurred. So we'll take this one out. Must have been a windy day. Normally I like to see something in focus, but I like this. This is a nice idea. It's unusual, and it kind of works for me. So we'll keep that in. Okay. It's another one where I think it should have been cropped down at the top, down to like that line right there below the top row of windows, because that's just taking my eye away from the flowers. The flowers are nicely done, but we just don't need that top part there. So I'm going to take this one out. That's good. These little, these tiny little flowers or whatever they are, the tiny little yellow things, are all really sharp. It's really nice. And the background really works with it, the color of it and everything. It's very well done. We'll keep that in. sort of an abstract look at a flower. I like the focus here, but yeah, I just don't think it's going to come through at the end of this competition as one of the winners, so I'm going to take this one out. It's very nice. I would like to see the background a little bit darker because it's green and it's competing a little bit with the green of the plant, but you know, it's very nicely done. This is really nice looking, really nicely in focus, nice composition, nice lighting. Like I say, the only thing I don't like is that I think the background should be darker. But you can go back and fix that. But we'll keep this in.
You know, I don't know, but I'm
Oh, I think we can lay them out, yeah.
some of them are small. So.
Yeah.
This one's probably.
I think we got about 12 here. Yeah. And I need 6, correct? Yes. All right.
What's your mission now? What's your mission in life? Okay. Two.
All right, that one will be third.
These HMs. This one is HM. Right. Okay. So, novice, color, for, honorable mention, Sarah Derritt, beauty at the core.
I took that with my Samsung Galaxy phone.
Works?
There you go.
Honorable mention, blowing in the wind, J.C. Williams.
It's not really blowing in the wind. I was trying what they call in-camera movement, ICM.
Okay.
And you know, when you try that, you never know what you're going to end up with. So, and I looked at all the photos and it's kind of, hey, you know what? Why not show it? So it was fun. It's very fun to do, and I'm practicing it all the time.
Birth, Debbie Wolf, 4th place.
I took that actually in Germany, and I don't shoot flowers much, but I love that one for catching the different stages of it.
Very nice.
Third place, Monique Kochrit, Unfolding Beauty.
I just wanted to say earlier, she made a comment about her honorable mention that was black and white, and she said it was in her garden. And what else that was it? Okay. I just wanted people to know that. She was watching online.
Chris, read.
For this one, she says, the trio of pink flowers are very tiny flowers on a succulent in my garden. This was the first try using my flash and a Pringle tube diffuser. The brown background is just a brick of my house. The unfolding flower is also taken in my garden. Oh, I'm sorry. That must have been from... is also taken in my garden. It's an opening agapanthus. These flowers are just mesmerizing to look at when they unfold, and I took this one using a spot metering and a dark brown fence as a background.
Second place, Debbie Wolf, Table for One.
Thank you. I took that with a telephoto, which got the depth of field on it, and I like the humor of my title.
First place, Monique Cowitt. Well, it's Monique anyway. Pink Flower Trio Macro.
And I already told you about it a minute ago.
Right. The rest has been a practice. This is 38.
How many are there?
Still looking at
Oh, yeah, 38.
Oh, 38? That's all?
38, so
That's all. Good enough.
We had 61 once.
Oh, did we make it up to 4?
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
4.
We had 61 last time.
Sheesh.
Pity I missed that.
9 o'clock. Whoa. All right. Unlimited color. 38 images, so it's 1 through 4 and 4 honorable mentions. Lily. Hearts Bleeding. Pretty in Pink. Yellow Flourish. Spinner. Lotus and Bumblebee. High Key Lotus. After Sundown. Yellow Tiger Lily. Pink and Orange. Lily. Triplets. Grape Hyacinth. Bird of Paradise. Wedded Bliss. Blue Skies. Mandate Nature. Lotus Bud with Raindrops. Sunflower Portrait. Flower Center 2. Two lotus blossoms. Pink lily. Red flower. Flowers on display. Lonely in blue. Quick snack. Dancing petals. Climbing milk vine in situ. Pink blossom.
I do with cameras, right?
We're still recording, it's just the connection.
Okay.
Radial pod. Bleeding hearts. Five petal beauty. Hydrangea. Nyman's beauty. Pollen. Ambassador. Hawaiian flowers. There we are.
Okay, this is, I think, very well done. I really like the colors. It's very sharp. Just very beautifully done. We'll keep that in. It's nice. Again, I think it could have been cropped down a bit at the top. We don't need that negative space up there. And to me, the leaves are sort of competing with the flowers. So I'm going to take this one out. It's nicely done. We'll keep that in. It's a great job on the two flowers. The lighting, the color is really nice. I'm not crazy about the negative space up here in the upper right corner. I don't know if maybe you could have found a third plant to put there or something. But I mean, you did a really nice job on these two flowers. We'll keep it in for now. It's definitely interesting, and I'm sure it is a flower, but since this is a flower competition and it isn't obvious that it's a flower, I think I'm going to take that out. It's nicely done. We've got some, just a little bit of water droplets on the bottom here. It's a little tight in the frame, but otherwise very nice. We'll keep it in. Okay, I know it's sort of a high-key image, but I think we lose something in these petals on the left here, and the negative space up here doesn't do a lot for it either, so I'm going to take this one out. This is nicely done. Great detail on the little hairs on the plant. And nice, very nice lighting up here. We'll keep that in. This is nicely done, but again, I don't think we need this negative space on the right here. We could have cropped right there and made it a more interesting image. So I'm going to take that out. Nicely seen, nice sharpness here, and I like the texture. This, something in the lower right bothers me a little bit, but we'll keep that in. That is the right orientation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay, yeah. This is nice. This little bit up here might be a little bit, well, I don't know, just look, this, just some lines sort of that look out of place up here. But otherwise, it's very, very nicely done. We'll keep that in. I think the background on this one is, excuse me, is competing too much with the flowers themselves. Maybe if you could have darkened this up a bit. And I'm going to take this one out. It's very nice. Might have cropped a little bit on the right, but otherwise it's very well done. We'll keep that in. That's very good. Nice, vibrant colors. We'll keep that in. I think I like the black and white bouquet better that we saw earlier. This little piece right in front here that's out of focus sort of detracts from it. So I'm going to take that one out. Don't often see the plant against the sky like this. That's a nice idea. But there are some overexposed spots like here, mainly here, and here a little bit too. It's hard not to do in the sunlight, but I'm going to take that one out. This definitely gets points for creativity. We'll keep that in. That's very well done. I like the light on the stem. This part of the background maybe could be a little bit darker, but we'll keep that in. Sunflower past its prime. I think the lighting on parts of it up here is a little bit harsh. It's certainly a nice idea, but I'm going to take that one out. There are little spots on the petals that kind of bother me. They might have been on there. They probably were on there. But I think they detract from the image, and they could have been taken a little time, but they could have been taken out, and I think it would have been a more pleasing image. So this part is nicely done, but I'm going to take that out. I think the lighting right down here is a bit too much. Here and here, sort of overexposed. And the background's a little bit too obvious for me. So I'm going to take that out. It's very good. Just a hint of water droplets, and looks very nice. Nicely composed, nice sharpness and lighting and black background. It all looks very good. We'll keep that in. This is interesting from a point of view that you don't usually see. It's very good. This leaf over here in the lower lower left corner bothers me a little bit, but not that much. It's a nice image. We'll keep that in. I like the idea of the flower on the windowsill, but I think the outside light up here is just too bright. Maybe if you could have darkened it, or even just cropped down some, might have been better. Also, we sort of have this white spot here. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll take that out. I like this. Definitely unusual. Looks like a plastic hiking water bottle. We'll keep that in. It's an amazing shot of the insect. It's really nice. In fact, the insect almost becomes the subject rather than the flower. I'm going to keep it in anyway because it's just really well done. But technically, it's not so. The flower is not so much the subject. Okay. The one petal up here is touching the edge. Otherwise, it's pretty well done. We'll keep it in for now. This one I got to get close to. It's really very nice. I wish it would have been printed larger, but I'm not going to hold that against you. Yeah, we'll keep that in. It's very well done. I really like the texture that you see down here and on the petals. The background is just perfect. It's very, very nice. We'll keep that in. I like this. The stem is a little bit out of focus, a little bit soft. I like the idea of the rays coming out from the flower, the rays on the leaf and back. But I think the background could have been a little bit darker too, though, and still been able to show that. So I'm going to take this one out. It's very nicely done. It's a little soft around the edges down here, but it's really nice composition, nice lighting. We'll keep that in. I think we've got some overexposure on the petals right here and here. Also, I don't think it helps that the flower is like dead center. We'll take that out. It's very pretty. Just a hint of a leaf in the background down on the right. Very nice composition. Keep that in. It's a nice composition. It's well done. It bothers me a little that there isn't more detail on these petals. I know you were trying to go for a sort of special effect here, but well, I'm going to take this one out. It's another unusual kind of flower shot. Again, I think we could have cropped down, even though this red petal is here, I still think could have cropped down from the top, maybe about this far. But we'll keep that in. I kind of think on this one that I think we overdid the water droplets a bit. The water droplets become, for me anyway, more of a focus than the flower itself. There are just so many of them and they're so big. So I'm going to take this one out. It's an interesting still life. It's got flowers in it, but I don't really think it's a picture of a flower. So I don't really think it fits the theme that well, so we'll take that out.
Another round through.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know roughly how many we have?
15. 15? I'm yeah. I'm in
20. Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll pass them through again. Yes. Okay. Okay, that one's in. We'll take that one out. We'll take that one out. Keep that in. Keep that in. I'm going to take that one out. I'll keep that in. I'll take that one out. Keep that in. It's a really fun idea, but I think I'm going to take this one out. Keep that in. Keep that in. Oh, boy. Keep that in. I guess we'll take that one out. And we'll keep that in. Take that one out. Keep that in. Keep that in. Keep it in. In. And I'll take that one out.
It looks like it might fit on the table.
Maybe.
You want to send it back to?
We'll try it on the table. I think I got 13. We need a. Okay. Take these two.
These two guys sitting here, got your name on it. Look at that. Got your name on it. What are you doing? Put your name on it.
I can't help it. Nothing but sugar.
Why don't you do a baseball tournament? We'll do it on the day to do it. Anybody who wants to join can join, and anybody who wants to tell their way of doing it. Right. So UPI, dots per inch. That's all it is. The less dots per inch, the monitor is only 72 UPI. You can't see more. I mean, it's high enough monitors, but all your monitors are 72. Well, 1 inch. Think about it this way. I'm printing a 5x7. And I'm printing it 300 dots per inch. That's going to be 300 times 5 or 357 dots. Now, but what you do is print 300 dots per inch, and then print 72 dots per inch. 300 is going to have 1. 72 is going to have 5. These are just that's just exactly what it is. Okay, we just have more space. Because you got to remember when you put your prints in your bags.
Almost all the way down.
The batteries keep running out on those things. Is that
We forgot to charge them this week, so yes, they were starting to go low, so we lost volume for a couple minutes on the, because the receiver
whenever a light
died.
comes on, it means it's down.
Yeah, but if you have something that's cropped like an 8x10.
But when I just leave it, it doesn't.
Okay, unlimited color, honorable mention, pink lily, Fred Venetia.
That was shot in my man cave. It was a 7-inch reflector with a 10-inch.
Right. Where's my assistant?
Sitting down on the job. I'm passing out the mic.
Birds of Paradise, honorable mention, Clarence Cavell. Carver.
Longwood Gardens, let's see, off-camber flash, I think. Early morning, tripod.
Red Flower, Louis Sapienza, honorable mention.
I believe that was shot in the backyard. I had a lot of time this summer to take a lot of pictures, so I believe that was in the backyard. Thank you.
You got down low then, huh?
Honorable mention, Kathy Harkle, Hydrangea.
That was last week in Oregon.
There you go again.
Sorry about
Quick Snack, John Milliker, 4th.
I have no idea where I shot this. I know it was sometime last year, and I was going through and I found the flower first, and then I blew it up on Lightroom. I said, "Oh, there's a dragonfly there." So to me, the subject is the flower. But yeah.
Third place, Louis Sapienza, Pink Blossom.
We have a large magnolia tree in the front yard, and when they start blooming, I take either one of my 2 telephoto lenses and just look up in the trees and see what I can find. And I found that one.
Second place, After Sundown, Ron Piper.
I had a vase of about 6 sunflowers sitting on my kitchen table, and as the water ran out, they got more droopy, and I waited until they got really, really dried up, and it was the right time for a picture.
Very nice.
First place, Lily, Fred Venetia.
That was shot with it was down in my man cave, and it was shot about, I think it was 2017 or 2018. I used a speed light with a snoot on it, shot right at it. That was it.
I'd also like to thank our judge, because it's been quite a long evening, for all the hard work you did. Thank you.
Sorry to keep you so long.
Thank you, everyone, for coming, and see you guys next week for our program on food photography.